Recording in progress.
Go for it.
Hello, sci-fi gangsters. It's once again, Star Trek Adventures. We're back for another episode. Jeremy, you're laughing at me. Is it because I tripped up on it? Did I messed up? I effed up right off the bat. Hello, everybody. It's time for another Star Trek Adventures. There you go. Fantastic. So another exciting episode for today. Last episode, the ship, the U.S.S Pike, got in some trouble with some spatial distortions. Oh, no. But you managed to find your way out of that, so that's good. I think you all remembered that's what happened last episode. But once again, sort of like the soft reboot, I wanted these to be more, one-shots or like single adventures, maybe an overarching story behind everything, and then also a chance for you to level up. So we're going to continue that one more time. But before we get started here, let's go ahead and introduce... say your name and your character, just to kind of remind everybody. We'll start with Commander Masters. Jeremy.
I am Commander Jason Masters. I am a human male first officer of the Pike.
And what's one thing you remember from last episode?
I had no idea what you wanted us to do.
Yes.
You figured it out.
You basically told us what to do.
Well, the whole point was just to kind of, figure out that there was a problem. And
it was a reboot.
Figured it out.
It's a reboot, right?
Very
so
good.
reboots are.
Thankfully, we had Tuvok.
And we have Tuvok as the captain, right? The Tuvok is the captain of the ship. We'll move on to Acidtrain and your character.
Braglov Salal. That's right. The Tellarite, who is all right. Let me tell you, he's all right.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Excellent. And what's one thing you remember from last episode?
I remember editing a lot of stuff. So,
okay.
Yeah, we had all kinds of problems, but we got them solved through the magic of editing, fireballs, and everyone's character profiles. So, I think we did. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Having to trying to maneuver myself towards engineering, and I could never get there. But I did end up in 10 forward. It's too bad I didn't have a drink while I was there, but that's okay.
Well, there you go. Excellent. Well, it's good to know that someone's remembering something from last episode. That was only 2 weeks ago. All right, Michael, your character.
I'm Minden. I'm a Benzite. And
who's all right. He's a Benzite who's all right.
A Benzite that's all right. And I very strangely remember me having this dark urge to kill, to blow Commander Masters out of the sky.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't, right? You need your commander, you need your crew. So I'm glad you were able to hold back on that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the only thing that I've actually written out, and that's going to be the captain's log. All right, so here we go. This is Tuvok talking here. Captain's log. After being caught in a spatial distortion net, the Pike needed several days of repairs. Several members of the crew, including myself, also required those days to recover from our injuries. Given that our ship and crew are now fully operational, we have resumed our original mission, which was to investigate the disappearance of a Klingon bird of prey. According to Klingon officials, the Wartoq has been missing for over a week and not answering hails. We have picked up the remnants of the Wartog's warp signature and will intercept the ship in approximately 30 minutes. I will be on the bridge. All right, there you go. There's the captain's log. And at this point, I need to know where everybody is at.
On the bridge.
All right, Commander Masters is on the bridge. What are you doing on the bridge?
I'm just sitting in my exo chair. Who's our counselor?
Well, so we have Counselor Ezra Dax.
All right, and I'm just winking and do a little head nod to the counselor.
So the counselor's on the bridge as well?
Sure.
All right, very good. So you got Counselor Dax on the bridge with you there. And Masters is making advances, unwanted advances. I'm not adding that part in there. Very good. Excellent. So we know what Commander Masters is doing right now on the bridge. Slaw, Lieutenant Slaw, what are you doing on the bridge right now?
What time did you say it was?
Let's say it's 1 p.m. There you go. We're even gonna go p.m. there.
Okay. I'm still on my lunch break. I love the shuttle bay. I love being in there. I'm now souping up a shuttle. Still the race has not commenced yet. It's still a couple of weeks away. Me and Zom are still working on this shuttle, trying to get it ready.
All right, so you and Zom have decided to go back to the shuttle bay, and you're working on that race shuttle one more time.
We're putting racing stripes on it right now. We got all the technical stuff done. We're putting racing stripes on this thing because it's gonna look sexy, dude. I'm telling you.
Go ahead and roll 2 d20s, and we're gonna say, hold on, let me get your sheet out here. We'll say this is going to be. We'll go with.
It's my official D20.
We'll say presence.
Okay.
And con. Presence and con.
All right, here we go.
And we'll say roll your 2 d20s. This is difficulty of 0 here.
Right,
so
here we go.
15 and under would be a good roll.
All right. I have a 12.
A 12.
And a 10.
Which is and a 10. 12 and a 10. 2 hits. All right. So your momentum is up to a 2. You got Slaw working on that. Let's go back to Commander Masters, and you're winking at Esri Dax. Are you saying anything? Like, well, what are you saying anything to Esri Dax, or what are you doing right now?
No, she knows.
She knows.
You're giving some signals. You're giving some signals.
Wow.
All right.
That is fantastic.
All right. So, Jeremy, roll 2 d20s.
I hope he fails them both.
I
just want to see it happen.
That's a 6.
Darn.
Hold on, I need to determine what we got here. Let's go with this is daring, because you're definitely being daring. Daring and command. Daring and command. So about 12 is what you want. But what'd you get?
Master.
First was a 6. Second was 18.
So you got 1 hit there. Okay, so
he only got to hit it once.
He's sending signals to Esri Dax, and she's kind of blushing a little bit. She's not saying anything. She's blushing a little bit. She's not she's not rejecting the advances altogether, but she's kind of a little blushing. And of course, Commander Masters, he's kind of feeling good about himself right now. So we've built 1 thing of momentum, so we're up to 3 momentum here. Menden, what are you doing right now? First of all, where are you at?
I'm on the bridge.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, I was, keeping, what's the word? Keeping track of any incoming messages or whatever.
Okay. Very good.
Never mind. But
you're sort of scanning or you're sort of just watching the readings on your console. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll 2 d20s for you as well. And we're going to call this one, it's going to be presence and science. Makes a whole lot of sense, right? Presence and science.
That's a 17 and a 9.
So 1 is a fail and 1 is a hit. So you did generate 1 thing of momentum. And of course, we're currently, warp to this Klingon vessel. You sort of picked up the trail of its warp core emissions, if you will, and you're scanning the area. Nothing out of ordinary, but you are sort of getting closer and closer to the Klingon vessel, right? So you're sort of picking up more and more of those readings from the Klingon vessel there. All right, so that's kind of what you're picking up on. All right, so you built up to about 4 momentum. Remember, 5 is the max, so you guys did pretty good there. All right, so we're kind of, after about, 30 minutes or so, you find out that you're about to intercept the Klingon vessel, right? And Captain Tuvok, who's also on the bridge, says, Lieutenant Slaw, slow us down to impulse.
I'm not on the bridge.
That's right. So whoever's on the con.
I can't, sir. I'm not on the bridge.
All right. So you have someone on the con, slows it down to impulse. And then, of course, Tuvok sort of like contacts, like Captain Tuvok to Lieutenant Slaw.
Yes, Captain.
Come to the bridge as soon as possible, please.
I'm on my way.
All right. Well, very good. As we're waiting for Lieutenant Slaw to make his way to the bridge, Captain Tuvok says, Ensign Minden, can you scan for life signs?
Yes, sir. Scanning.
All right, so this is going to be a difficulty of 1, and yours is going to be insight and science. So you got a 15 there, insight and science.
That is a 12 and a 1.
12 and a 1. So 1 is a true. That's like that counts as 2. So 3 is a difficulty of 1. So you did build some momentum there as well. All right, so Minden, you are scanning the vessel, and you're noticing that there are no life signs. There are no life signs on this Klingon bird of prey. On the view screen, so it's sort of, Captain Tuvok says on screen, and when the screen comes up, you can see a Klingon bird of prey. Nothing seems to be wrong with it. It doesn't seem like it has any damage to the exterior of the vessel. But it's completely powered down. Like it's all systems are down, and of course Minden had just discovered, and he just told Tuvok, I'm assuming Captain Tuvok, that there are no life signs on the Klingon bird of prey. And of course, Captain Tuvok sits back and he says, "Hail the vessel." And Donkra, who is now a supporting character because CJ is not with us right now, but Donkra's tries to hail and he says, Captain, we're not getting any responses from our hails. And then Captain Tuvok says, and you're telling me, Minden, that you don't sense any life signs?
Nope.
Nope.
So Captain Tuvok kind of sits back. He kind of does the sort of like a tuck of the uniform to bring it down a little bit, right? And he says, Commander Masters, prepare an away team and beam over to the vessel to investigate.
Yes, sir. Just for my own curiosity, what else is in this area of space? Are there any planets or solar systems or nebula?
It's kind of an uncharted spot of the Shackleton Expanse, right? So we're in the Shackleton Expanse, which has been mostly uncharted, and the Klingon bird of prey was sort of just exploring. They stopped answering hails, and now we're investigating what's going on. I mean, you can ask. Do you want to ask more questions, or you want to scan, or you want to order? You want to make some additional requests or anything like that?
No, I mean, if we've scanned the surrounding area, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so we could say something like, Minden scanned for potential hostile vessels or different vessels out there, and there's nothing that pops up. There doesn't seem to be any sort of hostile enemy vessel.
Am I at the con at this point? Am I?
You made your way to the bridge.
I'm already there. Okay. Can I speak up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any spatial anomalies?
All right, so
In the area.
Minden, do you want to go ahead and scan for some spatial anomalies?
Sure.
So we'll do a difficulty of
anomalies. I had to spell
What
it
did
for
I
you
say?
last time. Anatomies, which is what you did last week.
Look, anatomies. So the anatomy of spatial. Anyways, so Minden, you're going to go ahead and scan. This is going to be a difficulty of 1. This is going to be presence and science as well. So what is that for you? That is a 15 for you. Go ahead and scan. Do your D20s.
That's a 12 and a 5.
12 and a 5. So both are successful. As you're scanning, you don't notice anything out of ordinary. And you don't expect the sort of the spatial distortion net that you got caught in before. there's not another version of that existing here. You don't think, and there doesn't seem to be anything else, any other, unusual readings that would suspect that the Klingon vessel was sort of hit by the same thing that you were hit by or anything like that.
Everything looks right as rain.
All right, well there you go, man. That's what Minden. He's all about the
10-4 Minden.
Phrases there. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I think the away team is going to be Commander Masters. It'll be Slaw and Minden, just so you guys are on the away team together. But Commander Masters, do you want to add anybody to the away team?
Counselor Dax, do you want to go with us?
You bring the counselor with you. Now remember, you do have Donkra, the security officer. So are you gonna? So is that who you want to bring? You want to bring?
No,
Dax?
I'll bring the security officer because that makes more sense.
All right, you're gonna be Donkra. I just want to make sure that I have Donkra's sheet. I do. I don't think I have Ezra Dax's sheet well on me. I would have to make it up. But anyways, all right. So here's the away team. You got Lieutenant Slaw, you got Minden, and you got Commander Masters, and you got Donkra. All right. So you're sort of you make your way to the transporter bay, and you're beamed to the bridge of the Klingon vessel. Energize, right? That noise. That's what we need a sounder for. All right, so you beam onto the bridge.
Go ahead, say it. It's okay. I'll edit it in later. Say it.
What was that?
So since it's powered down, I assume we're beaming over in suits because life support's not on.
Emergency life support is up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have emergency life support.
We have gravity.
Emergency systems are still running, but for the most part, like warp is down, main power is down. But yeah, what were you gonna ask?
We have gravity.
Gravity is good. Yeah, this is not Star Trek 6, where you're floating. Is that 6 or a 7? What?
It is 6. The undiscovered country.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so all of you have made it to the Klingon bridge. So the lights are low. Right, so you have the emergency light systems, and you have like the remnants of the red alert, the Klingon version of red alert going on in the background. No sound, but you see like the red blinking lights. And the first thing you see is you see a bunch of dead Klingons on the bridge, and it's pretty gruesome.
So we couldn't pick up that there were bodies when we scanned.
So you just scanned for life readings, and you got no life readings.
Okay.
All right. So there's dead Klingons all over the place, right? So, and it's pretty gruesome. You got body parts that were cut off. It looked like they were sliced off with batliths and that sort of thing. Other kind of sort of like slicing weapons. But you got dead Klingons on the bridge. There's kind of blood everywhere. It's kind of like a horror scene. All right. So what do you want to do from here?
I'm going to hail the Pike and report to Tuvok.
All right. So, Captain Tuvok here.
Captain, it looks like the crew of the Wartoq are all dead. First pass, it appears that they killed each other.
Oh, I see. Commander, do you mind investigating? Maybe we can unearth some things here and figure out if they killed each other or someone else killed them. So that way we can report back to Starfleet and we can report back to the Klingon Empire on what happened here.
Yes, Captain. I recommend we have someone search through the computer to see if there's a record of anything like this happening before.
I agree. All right. I'll have my people on it. And of course, I would recommend that you go through the logs of the ship if you can.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So you're on the Klingon bird of prey, and I sent those blueprints. And so where does everybody want to go? Do you guys want to go to different spots of the ship? Do you want to go together? How do you want to handle this situation?
Did you send that in a text message or?
Yeah, I sent on a text message. I emailed it to you. Did you get that?
No, it's in the text message.
Okay,
The
cool.
text message.
So we should probably stay in pairs. I'll take Donkra and go to the bridge.
Okay. So you're on the bridge. So you want Slaw, you're going to order Slaw and Minden to go to a different part of the ship?
Yeah, maybe engineering, try to get power back up.
Okay. All right.
So we're heading. Who am I going with?
So Slaw and Minden are heading to engineering together.
To engineering. Okay.
So-
sorry, I'm pulling up the thing.
This had a crew of 12. Do we see 12 bodies?
You see 4 bodies.
Okay. And this is like right out. Where did we transport into?
You transported right into the bridge.
Okay, so we're already there. All right.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start with.
Wait. Okay. No, go ahead. You said how many bodies did we see?
We just saw 4.
And that was on the bridge.
That was on the bridge.
Okay.
See 4 bodies on the bridge.
Got it. All right. I'm caught up now. Sorry. I got the.
Cool. I like this. I like what's happening here. All right. So let's go ahead. So we'll just say that we'll kind of come back to Minden and Slaw here in a second. You're making your way to engineering. So we'll start off with Commander Masters and Donkra. What do you want to do on the bridge right now?
I want to first see if the ship is responding to any commands from either like the captain's chair or Donker can look at tactical and things of that nature.
Okay. So you guys are going to go ahead and start sort of like turning the systems back on. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a difficulty of 2. To kind of, we'll start off with Masters. You're sort of just kind of working on the command console of the sort of like the command chair here. So it's going to be a difficulty of 2. Let's see here. Where's your sheet? Your sheet is here. We'll say insight, because you're not exactly a Klingon expert, but you learned in the academy. So insight and command. Insight and command. So you got 12 there. So roll your 2d20s. This is a difficulty of 2 if you do want to use some momentum. And of course, Donker can help too.
Okay. The first is a 2.
Okay.
Second is a 1.
All right. Don't worry about that. That's successful. All right. So you kind of you're messing with the console. You were able to use your training to sort of get the computer back online, and it's responding to you right off the bat. Like you're not getting any sort of resistance. There doesn't really seem to be anything wrong with it. It just seems like it was turned off. So so what do you want to do with it now that you sort of have control of pretty much this ship here? What do you want to do?
I want to bring up internal sensors and see if the readings match what we saw from the Pike.
Okay. This is a difficulty of 1. This is going to be the same thing, insight and command. So 12.
It is a 3.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to keep rolling?
Yeah, you need to just do one more. Yeah.
And a 19.
So that is a fail, but it was a difficulty of 1. So you succeeded there. So as you're getting internal sensors back online, and you sort of what you're looking for, and you sort of programmed into the computer to look for deceased bodies, and you're picking up 12 deceased bodies on the ship, right? And they're in various parts of the ship.
Okay. Does any part of the ship report damage, or do I see any other kind of life forms, any of that, or weird
you
energy
don't
readings?
See any other life forms? You are picking up an unusual reading in the medical bay.
What's it doing? Like, what's the reading?
It's like an energy source.
Okay. I will hail the Pike and update the captain on what we see.
Okay, so you sort of updated him. He's sort of getting what you're saying, and he says, I think that's worth investigating.
All right. I'll also I'll message the other guys and inform them and say, hey, let's all meet outside medical.
Okay. Very
Aye,
good.
aye, Commander.
We'll come back to that. So we'll say this is sort of happening at the same time as Slaw and Minden are walking. All right. So first thing, you're sort of walking in the neck of the bird of prey. You see a dead body on the floor. Right. The Klingon was stabbed in the heart. And you're making your way into the the body of the ship. Let's say the engineering's at the very end of the ship. So you're making your way to engineering. You see a couple of living quarters on each side, and you're noticing like a mess hall, like kind of in the middle, like a sort of like a place where people can just hang out and eat food and that sort of thing. And then there's like a stairway up top to a couple other. So one would be the medical bay, and then if you just kept going forward, that would be on the way to the engineering. So is there anything you want to do? We'll say this is sort of happening at the same time that Commander Masters is he's discovering what's happening. He's powering up. So in terms of the time frame, this is that was happening before Commander Masters discovered what was going on in engineering, in the medical bay.
And we're just traveling towards engineering at this point.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Is there any way you can make us some stops? So once again, we got some living quarters.
Yes, and we have. I don't have my sheet up. I didn't have time. Do I have my tricorder with me?
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to go into the mess hall. I'm going into the mess hall, and I'm making just a general scan to start off with in the mess hall.
Minden, what are you doing, Minden? Are you going to follow him? You're going to do somewhere different? You going to split up or stay together?
I guess we'll stay together.
All right, so Minden and Slaw are now entering to the mess hall. As soon as you walk into the mess hall, you see three more bodies. They're also dead. They seem to have suffered. One has suffered a clear disruptor blast that killed him. And the other two females have also been sort of like cut down by what you're assuming to be a bat'leth.
Do I see a bat'leth?
Sure. Yes. You see a bat'leth on the floor.
Okay.
You see a bat'leth and you see a couple daggers.
Okay. And so I'm scanning. Am I getting anything unusual, or is it just normal stuff?
Yeah, nothing unusual. You're picking up on the deceased bodies, but you're also picking up like the food, the gawk that's on the table.
I would like
gawk on the table.
I would like to do a closer scan of the food, just to see, just to check for toxins and whatnot.
All right, so very good, excellent. All right, so we have, this is going to be for Slaw. I want you to roll insight and science.
Insight.
Ooh, that's not good for you.
What am I aiming for?
9.
You said
so
two
D20s.
D20s. Okay. Oh, 8.
Very good.
And 19.
19. That's a fail. But that's okay, because I only made it a difficulty 1. You're scanning the gawk, and it has been poisoned. There is poison in it.
A known poison or an unknown poison?
So it's a well-known poison, a fast-acting poison that sort of kills humanoids pretty quickly.
And so that kills humanoids fairly quickly. So
yeah,
the dead bodies are okay. So then I'll go back to the bodies and scan for traces of the poison.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do that again. Also, difficulty 1, insight and science.
Okay. 4 and 14.
4 and 14. One of them was a fail, but one of them was successful. You're scanning the bodies, and there is no sign of the poison in the bodies.
Okay. I would like to report to Commander Masters of our current findings.
Go ahead.
Commander Masters, come in, please.
Hello, this is Masters.
How's that crush on Daxton? No, I was we have discovered in the mess hall that there is Klingon food. There's some gok here on the table that has been poisoned. However, the 3 dead Klingons we found in the mess hall have not been affected by the poison. They're dead by some other means.
Yes, Gok is poison on its own.
Are any of the bodies that you're next to have any indication of toxins?
I'll say, hey, Donkra, scan those bodies for me.
Okay, so Donka's going to scan the bodies, and we'll go ahead and skip it to there's no toxin in any of the bodies. They have been killed by blunt force trauma or being sliced or so no poison in them.
Okay.
Minden, what do you want to do right now? You're following Slaw right now. Is there anything else that you want to do?
I want to pick up a dagger.
Okay. What are you picking it up for? You picking it up just to take it?
Yes.
He just wants it for his collection.
All right.
I guess I'll scan it too, but or do the daggers look like they belong to the
So each one of the crew people has a dagger on them, and they're dead.
Yeah, I'll take it up.
Okay, so you're taking a dagger. All right, very good, excellent. We'll say no need to do a roll. You now have a dagger on you. All right, so just put that in your back pocket.
Lord of mercy.
All right, so we'll go ahead and catch up to where we're at. So now, Commander Masters, you can contact Slaw and let them know what you discovered.
Okay. And ask them to meet in the medical bay.
Okay. Yeah.
Do Klingon captains keep logs? Like, are there logs that I see in the computer anywhere?
You can look it up. You can try to find some logs.
Yeah, I'll do a quick cursory examination.
All right. So these logs are encrypted. So you're going to have to try to hack into the mainframe, so to speak, of this. So this is going to be a difficulty of 3.
Man,
look out!
You do have Donkra with you. He can help.
This used to be one of my special talents. And
I took it out.
Yeah,
I took it out for you. Do you have like a value? What's your value?
It's nothing to do with that. I mean, but my upbringing is science and technology, so.
Your upbringing is science and technology?
Yeah, well, that's my background.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
Engineer, whatever.
Let's go ahead. You do have some momentum if you want to use your momentum too. You do have 5 momentum. You have to use 2 of it to get an extra die. But once again, you do have Donkra with you.
Yeah, I'll ask him to assist.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll your 2d20s. This is going to be an insight and... We'll use your engineering. So insight and engineering here. So that's a 13 for you.
First is a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Second is a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if he can assist.
All right, Donkra. Let me roll for Donkra then. Oh, I get my dice. 1d20, 18. What is Donkra's? I don't think 18 is. No, that's a fail. So you want to use some momentum to get to hack into that? So you have 5 momentum. You have to use 2 to roll again.
I use 2 momentum for 1 roll?
Yeah, for 1d20.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
So you have 2 successes right now. Donkra just failed for you.
Yeah.
So if you want to try to roll again, you got to use 2 momentum.
All right, I'll do it.
All right.
That is a 9.
Look out.
Okay. All right. So you've made your way into the captain's log, and you listen to the last one, and without sort of acting it out, basically you're sort of like the captain is he's acting strangely, but he's sort of like he's acting like there's some sort of like there's someone is like killing people on the vessel, right? And he's trying to figure out who it is, and he's kind of like he seems sort of like out of sorts, and sort of like maybe a little even paranoid a little bit. But he's been noticing that like there's Klingons are dying on the vessel, but he can't figure out what's going on.
Okay.
That's the last log that you hear.
Can I make a copy and send like his whole log to the Pike and let the Pike's computer analyze it?
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so that has been sent, and they will be analyzing it. All right, so what do we want to do now?
Head to the med bay.
Okay. So let's just skip ahead. You're all on the outside of the med bay. There's like a door, right? What do you want to do now? Do you want to go inside the med bay?
Yes.
Right.
I caution you, Commander. Can we please scan before we head into the med bay? Last I heard, you said there were some energy readings coming from the med bay. I'd like to be more cautious.
Donkra, can you scan and take point on this one?
All right, so Donkra, he scans.
Death.
When he scans, he doesn't notice anything unusual. Like he's picking up some energy signal, like a slight energy signal inside the medical bay, but nothing particularly unusual. But he's definitely willing to take point. He'll go in first.
Gosh. Okay. Be careful, Donkra. Don't die.
All right. So you guys just gonna walk in too. All right. So you open up the shuttle bay, the medical bay, or the medical, yeah, and you walk in, and you see two other dead bodies on the sort of like the beds or whatever. But you don't really notice anything else. Like right off, like visually, you don't really notice anything. But you definitely see some two dead bodies.
I'm scanning with my tricorder in the area.
Okay.
For a life signs.
All right, so go ahead and scan. Let's go ahead and roll those 2d20s. This is going to be an insight and no, we'll say presence and science.
Okay. A 13.
Fail.
And an 8.
So that's successful.
Okay.
You're scanning. Nothing unusual. You're once again you're picking up that energy signal, but you notice that there's two deceased Klingons in the medical bay.
So no additional or faint life signs.
No faint life signs. Minden, did you want to do something?
I'd like a recommendation from Minden.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You can talk with Minden.
Hey Minden, I think you should scan the dead bodies for that toxin we found in the mess hall.
I scan the bodies for toxin.
Okay. All right, very good. So Minden, this is going to be also an insight and medicine. How about that? Insight and medicine. You're sort of scanning for a toxin. So you're aiming for 14 here. Roll your 2d20s.
2 and a 6.
Very good. Scanning the dead bodies. No toxins.
Dang. I don't know why the food was poisoned, but all these people are dead.
I want to scan for any like high energy presence, like something above UV spectrum.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and do an insight and science.
That is a 15.
That's a fail.
That is a 6.
That is a success. You're scanning the area. You're sort of picking up on sort of like the energy signals from like the various medical equipment in the bay. But once again, you pick up on a slight energy signal, and it's coming from a table, sort of on the sort of like just next to one of the dead bodies. You see a table, and it has a little piece of technology.
Is it visually noticeable, this energy reading, like to the human eye, or to the humanoid eye?
Energy is not visible, but the piece of technology is visible.
Yeah, I mean,
but
what's it look like?
Is it Klingon Klingon technology?
It is. You can't tell. Yeah, you can't tell what kind of technology it is, but it's a little kind of circular, pretty small. Let's say like I'm sort of making the like that. It's kind of like a little small piece of technology. It's got like a light in it, and it's blinking on and off. But it definitely has like an energy signal.
Like faint or pretty strong?
It's not really strong, but not faint. Somewhere in the middle there, I guess.
Have we checked if there's been any like little ships leaving the ship, like little escape pods or anything?
Okay. Do you want to look that up?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Minden, go ahead and do a presence and science. So it's a 15 for you. Roll your 2 d20s.
That's a 6 and a 3.
Both successful. So you're sort of on the console, and you find a console, and you're sort of examining, and you notice that all the escape pods are on the ship. So there's been no shuttle pods that have escaped from the vessel.
I'm surprised that a Klingon bird of prey would have escape pods.
That's a good question. That's a good point. maybe canon wise, maybe there shouldn't be escape pods on.
I didn't know the word, but I didn't know if somebody like docked to the ship and then left or something.
That's a good point. Let's just say there were. I don't know.
But there's one escape pod, and it's broken.
One escape.
Yeah.
So he's still here.
Can we scan just to figure out what the thing's made of?
Yeah.
Any,
Okay.
is it radioactive? Any?
I'll just pick it up.
Just stab it with the knife you stole.
So, do you want to? Well, what do we want to do? Who wants to do the action?
I guess Masters.
Yeah, I can scan it.
All right, so Commander Masters, you're going to do an insight and science as well. Also engineering. It's a piece of technology. So engineering. So you got a little bit there. So you got.
So first is a 13.
Right.
Second is a 4.
Very good. So you're scanning the piece of technology, and the readings that you're getting from your tricorder is a hollow projection device.
Oh crap! There could be
a
anybody in here.
hologram projection device.
I recommend destroying the device.
Yeah, Donker, shoot it.
Is that what you want to do? You want to just shoot the device?
Yeah.
What does that device do?
It projects a hologram.
Dude, we're on a Romulan ship. I'm telling you right now.
All right. Our tricorders should have picked up through any holograms, right?
Not if it's not active.
Let's
That's
just
true.
Kill the device. That's what. Okay,
Shoot it regardless.
shoot the thing. I'll take point on this. I'll shoot.
Are you ordering Donkra to shoot?
I'm not ordering. We're all friends here.
So you're telling Donkra to shoot?
Instead of shooting it, I will hail the Pike and say, "Who's our transporter officer?"
Yes, beam it off the ship. Good choice.
Well, just some random crew member.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, Ensign. No, Brian. I want you to lock onto this thing and beam it into space.
Okay. So he
Nice.
he's locking onto it. And he said, "Commander, I'm not able to lock onto the device. There seems to be some sort of field that is disrupting my transporter lock."
Can you beam us off?
Yes, sir. We can. I can beam you off if you want to. And before that happens, sort of a hologram of a Klingon projects, and the Klingon goes, "Please state the nature of the medical emergency."
Piss off, ghost, and I throw the dagger.
Yeah, he says
A
"Please state the nature of the
Klingon,
medical emergency."
a Klingon hollow doctor. Okay.
So do we sell them this technology, or do they just steal it?
You want to ask him?
Sure.
So he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, Starfleet. Great. Well, I guess you are probably wondering what happened here."
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago, members of the crew started acting aggressively. Not unusual for a Klingon vessel, I'm sure you know. But over time, members of the crew kept challenging each other to duels. And we had higher degrees of deaths caused by these duels. And they just kept happening over and over again. I tried to tell the captain that there was something wrong happening here, that they were all acting unusual, and they kept killing each other, but the captain wouldn't listen to me. Well, over time, they started killing each other to the point where we had one crewman left. It was the captain, and unfortunately, the captain killed himself.
Did any of them have other symptoms, like very sweaty palms or just fever in general?
Of course, I tried to scan the members of the crew more in depth, but I don't know if you know anything about Klingons. They don't like medical exams. I was programmed to take care of this Klingon crew, but many of them refused to accept medical exams. Instead, I had to watch as many of them killed each other.
What transpired in the 48 space hours before the first the first symptom emerged?
You're asking if there was anything that happened that I could conclude caused this illness? I don't know.
No, I mean, just anything happened at all.
Nothing unusual. We're exploring this region of space. From what I understand, they sort of treat me like a medical tricorder rather than what I consider to be a sentient being. But apparently, they were scanning this area of space, exploring, and then all of a sudden, at first, I thought it wasn't unusual that there would be some power struggles. But after a while, there was just more and more killing, more and more deaths. Once again, I tried to warn the captain that I suspected that there was some sort of infliction that was causing this aggression, but the captain would not listen to me.
I would like to ask the doctor 2 questions. One, do you know about the readings in the food of the toxins in the mess hall?
I was not aware of any toxins. It would not surprise me that one Klingon would try to kill another Klingon, even if it was something as cowardly as a toxin. So if you're telling me that you picked up on some sort of poison in the food, unfortunately, that would not surprise me considering the state of many of the crew people.
And what is a Klingon bird of prey doing with an EMH on board?
I am a experimental piece of technology that was included in many parts, many birds of prey. There's not that many Klingon doctors. So obviously a emergency hologram would be the perfect doctor to have on a ship. This mobile emitter that I currently have was, for lack of purposes, stolen. And that technology was stolen and sort of adapted to house my holographic projection.
Stolen from where?
From what I understand, Starfleet. I understand that you have a doctor.
Specific ship it was stolen from?
From what I understand, it's your famous Voyager that has a holographic doctor. My program was inspired by that program.
I'm going to tap my communicator.
Okay.
Say, Captain Tuvok.
Yes, Commander.
You're not going to believe this shit.
What seems to be the problem?
They done ripped off our doctor.
Are you telling me that there is a holographic being on the ship?
Yes, it is a Klingon that has the same mannerisms and slight appearance of the 21st century actor Robert Picardo. It's
uncanny.
Fascinating. See if you can discover what happened on the ship and report back to me.
We know what happened. We do not know why it happened. We are still researching that topic.
Well, if the holographic doctor is willing to help you in that endeavor, I would advise you to, with caution, explore, try to investigate what caused all these Klingons to be dead on the ship.
Yes, Captain.
All right. What do you want to do from here?
Who's our most prone technical analyst?
That's Minden, right?
I think so. But I think Commander Masters is just as good.
Well,
I think Minden, I think you're better. I think you're
I think you are.
you have more science, Minden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would recommend that we turn off this EMH and intensely scan this thing for any computer viruses that could have possibly traveled through the ship, whether that be technical or biological.
So the EMH hears you saying this, and
good.
He says, Starfleet, I know your first urge is to investigate what happened, but I consider myself to be a sentient being, and I would most certainly like to help you investigate this problem without me being deactivated.
Commander, what are your thoughts on his request?
I mean, if he can help us, we should take the help.
Do we trust him?
I mean, as much as I trust anything Klingon.
Or
very interesting.
Or artificial. that could have been programmed.
I'll never forgive them for the death of my boy.
It's like Commander, he has been programmed, obviously. Yes, he is appearing Klingon, but whoever stole this could have reprogrammed him to say anything we wish to hear.
Klingons are not known for their technical prowess. My guess is they stole the code and didn't really change it a whole lot.
But we have known the Klingons to partner with the Romulans in certain occasions.
If you are trying to say that I am a Romulan agent, you're lucky that I have been sworn to do no harm.
Do you have the ability to leave the sickbay?
With my mobile emitter, I am able to go anywhere on the ship.
I yield to your expertise, Commander. But if he was real, I'd shoot him in the head.
Oh, my.
I'm pretty sure that's a war crime.
I don't trust this EMH. I'll rephrase it. Commander, I do not trust this EMH. Just FYI.
I'll say, Donkra, keep your phaser trained on him.
I will do that.
What do you mean? You can't shoot him. He's a hologram.
Oh, he's going to be wearing a mobile emitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just shoot the mobile emitter and he'll disappear.
But if the mobile emitter couldn't be beamed because there was a field around it, what makes us think we can shoot it and it won't be protected by the same field?
I don't know.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I think we should still split up to cover maximum territory.
All right. So, who's going where?
Since I love shuttle bays, I'll head to a shuttle bay.
Okay, so we'll say the shuttle bay is close to engineering.
All right.
Okay. Who's going with you?
My phaser and a batleth. I'd like to take a batleth with me, please.
You're going to pick up a batleth?
I'm picking up a batleth. That's one of the dead Klingons.
All right, you pick up a batleth.
Just in case. Just in case. I know I got
All right.
I got my phaser, but I need some hand to hand as well, just in case.
All right, so Slaw's going to the shuttle bay. Minden, where are you going?
I guess I'll just go with somebody.
Who do you want to go with?
Where are you going, Masters?
I think I'm going to go to the captain's quarters.
Okay. We'll say captain's quarters is sort of in the head of the ship here. All right, so you guys are going in different directions.
If anyone wants to go, I would. I mean, if not, that's fine too. But I would also like to take a Klingon med kit if I don't have a med kit on me.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Grab a med kit there is a med kit right there.
Okay.
Grab that with you. Very good. All right, so we have two people who are going in opposite directions of the ship. So we're saying that the captain's quarters is in the head of the ship, and the shuttle bay is closer to engineering, which is at the very end of the ship, right? All right, so Slaw's going there. Master's going to the captain's quarter. Minden, where do you want to go?
I'll go to the shuttle bay.
All right, so you're going to go with Slaw.
Do it. Let's go.
So Captain Masters, I'm assuming you are going with Donkra. Donkra's going to kind of go with you.
Yes, with the doctor.
So you're taking the doctor with you. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell Slaw to keep an eye on him.
All right. Well, very good. All right. So let's start off with Slaw and Minden. You're currently in engineering right now, or the shuttle bay. What do you want to do?
Okay. So we enter the shuttle bay. What do we visually see?
You see one like Klingon version of a shuttle, and then that's pretty much it.
So no dead bodies or anything?
No, you don't see any dead bodies here. Yeah.
Okay. How good looking is this shuttle? Like, is it souped up? Like, am I in awe of
Look
this
at your
shuttle?
damn shuttles. Like, it's a nice looking shuttle. It's so like it looks like it's very sleek. We'll say it kind of it tickles your fancy a little bit. You kind of like the way the shuttle looks.
Okay, then I want to scan the shuttle.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and scan the shuttle here.
I want to scan the shuttle for honestly, since it tickles my fancy when I visually see it. I'd like to scan the shuttle to see if there are any parts that I could possibly pirate from my racing shuttle.
All right. So insight and engineering. So the 13 for you.
Sure.
Oh, it's 12.
What'd you say?
As I see him scan the shuttle, I'm standing behind him and I take out the knife.
Take a turn.
Tell you to
that's a
steal.
12. Roll your 2d20s.
Okay, I got a 1. Heck yeah, I got a
Very
1
nice.
and an 8.
Yeah, so you're scanning the shuttle. There's a couple of pieces. There's a couple of like different gadgets, technologies on there that could enhance the speed and maneuverability of your shuttle. Definitely.
I would like to attempt to take one.
Okay, sure. We'll say this is difficulty 2.
Okay.
Difficulty 2. This is going to be presence and engineering. So
Okay.
14 for you.
Okay.
Roll. This is going to be difficulty 2. You have 2d20s.
So I've got to succeed twice, right? Is that what that means?
Yeah. Now you got Minden with you if Minden wants to help.
Okay.
I'll help.
Okay. I have a 2
Mm-hmm.
and a 9.
Yep.
Am I good? Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So you take a piece of technology off and it's sort of it increases the maneuverability of your shuttle. Like that's what it would do if you
Okay.
put it on your shuttle.
And it's the size, like I can carry it in my hand.
You can carry it. Yeah. You have it in your hand.
Okay. Then I'll put it in my. I'll hide it in the med kit that I took from the med bay.
Sounds good. Minden, what do you want to do here? You're in the shuttle bay. You want to do something? You want to go somewhere different? You want to stay where you're at? You want to do something there?
No. I'll just help him with this stuff.
All right.
I guess, yeah.
Good.
And there's just
Let's go
one.
ahead.
There's just one shuttle in there.
Yeah, one shuttle.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Just the one. No bodies. Hey, Minden, could you scan for any energy readings that are not part of the shuttle?
Okay.
I'll scan for energy readings.
This is going to be presence and science. So
I feel like we
15
need
for
to
you,
do something worth our time other than steal shuttle parts.
So 15?
11 and a 10.
Yep. So both are successful. You don't really pick up anything unusual in the shuttle bay. Nothing unusual at all.
Boring old shuttle bay. Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and cut to Commander Masters and Slaw. So you're
Dankra.
making your way to, like, if you look at the Klingon vessel, right? It's sort of, you have the neck of the ship and then you have the head of the ship. So you're kind of in the body and you're working your way to the neck. And now you're sort of walking in the neck of the ship. And a force field erects behind you. And then a force field erects in front of you. And you turn and you look behind you, and the EMH, the Klingon EMH, is behind the force field, and he says, "You will die here on this ship."
You dick.
I want you to.
so-
I want
all
you
right.
to communicate to me right now what just happened, Commander.
Yeah, I'll try to hit my badge and see if anything comes up.
So, I'm sure you suspected that the force field is disrupting communication with you right now, and
I turned to Dog and say, "This is all your fault."
So, all right. So what's happening right now? This is an extended task of 12. You have 3 opportunities. to succeed. If you fail, so if you fail any one of these, you will what's happening is
You will die. No.
he's slow. He's like is opening the into space. Like there's like a escape hatch.
Hold on. I do have how did the EMH get behind us when I told Donkra to keep his phaser?
So what ended up happening was he's sort of like, he kind of did the old little, like he's in front and he kind of stepped back real quick. He kind of phased out and rephased, and he ended up behind Donkra. He did a little ookie dook, a little jukey juke on Donkra. So Donkra failed you in many ways.
This is all his fault.
So this is what's happening.
Yes, it is.
He's opening up the hatch to space. It's slowly opening up, but you have an extended task where you can try to, stop the seal from opening, right? But this is going to be a difficulty. So an extended task of 12. So it's a work of 12. Right. So think of it like a difficulty of 12, but you have multiple tasks. You have 3 opportunities to succeed. If you fail any one of them, the hatch will open and you'll go into space. Okay. All right. So,
Oh God.
so this is going to be, because you are trying to mess with the technology to stop the door from opening into space. This is going to be
Where is this door? Like they just have random hatches in a bird of prey?
It's a hatch. It's like a docking hatch. And it's a docking hatch in the neck of the ship. This makes perfect sense.
It's the worst designed ship ever.
There's no question. There's no need to question this. This makes perfect sense. So this is going to be a presence and engineering. So you have a chance here. But all right, so you have 2 D20s to roll. You do have Donkra to help you out if you need to. But the way that we do an extended task is you have to get into success first, and then it's basically like you're a combat. You have to roll your challenge die, your D6s. So first we need to determine if it's successful or not. This is going to start off with a difficulty of 3. Okay.
So one of my foci is environmental control, and this is controlling the environment.
So you're sort of like you see like an environmental control panel, and that's how you're rerouting the environmental control to help you out with that. So that would definitely give you, if you were to roll below the sort of the 5 there. But once again, this is going to be a presence and engineering, so 15 for you. Go ahead and roll your 2d20s.
My first roll was a 5.
Mm-hmm.
My second roll is a 10.
All right. So both of those are a success, and the 5 counts as 2. That is successful. All right. So now you're going to roll your D6s. But how many are we going to roll here? We're going to roll, because of engineering, we'll do 5 D6s. And let me know what each one of the numbers are.
Okay, let me grab it. I dropped it on the floor a second ago.
So he's rolling D6s. He has to roll 5 D6s.
All right. First roll is a 6. Second roll is a 3.
That's nothing.
Third is a 4. Fourth is a 1. Fifth is a 3.
Ooh, you only got 2 out of that.
Doesn't the 1 count as multiple?
That's only for the D20s. For it's 2 is 2.
Ah.
For that. All right, so you only got 2 there. So that's your first. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to say you have 3 opportunities to get to 12. So now you only have 2 out of the 12 now. So you're down to 10.
I'm fucked.
All right. So now the difficulty has decreased to 2, but we're going to try this again. All right, so go ahead and roll your 2d20s again. Same thing, 15.
14
Mm-hmm.
and 11.
Yep. So that's success. Go ahead and roll your 5d6s now.
That's a 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3. That's a 5.
All right. So that's 5. So you're down to 5. So you have one more opportunity here, and you got to get 5. Yeah. You have to get 5 on your challenge.
Is Donkra just standing there, not doing anything?
He can help you with the successes. If you failed a success, he can help you out with that.
Okay.
But you're doing your engineering stuff. This is what you're kind of working. You're rerouting the engineering systems to sort of the environmental controls to kind of help you out here.
Can he just be firing at the force field with his phaser the whole time?
He can. He's doing that.
Try to weaken it. All right. I rolled a 5
Mm-hmm.
and 17.
So that was only difficulty 1. So you thankfully
okay.
you got that. So that's good. All right. So now go ahead and roll your 5. Your 5.
That's a 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3.
That's a nothing.
That's a 4.
That's nothing.
That's a 5. That's a 2.
All right. So you're 1 off. Now, okay, so you did roll a couple of 6s, which is an effect. So what this effect is going to do is it's going to give you one more opportunity, right? So it's sort of bought time so you don't get blown into space, okay? So you are down, you have one more, difficulty of 0. So go ahead and try it again. Your 2d20s.
It's a 3
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
a 2
nothing.
and a 2.
All right. All right. So you successfully, reroute the systems and the door closes, but you're still kind of behind that force field. And you look and you see that the doctor is gone.
Does my communicator work now?
Sure.
like masters to Slaw.
Yes, Commander.
You're not gonna believe what Donker just did.
Oh no! Did he shat himself again?
Be on the lookout for the doctor. He's a dick.
Oh no! What happened?
We're currently trapped in a force field.
Oh, do you need for us to come and try to destabilize the force field?
You can head this way, and just be on the lookout for the doctor as you come toward the neck.
Um,
Can I also hail the Pike?
Yeah, go ahead and hail the Pike.
Captain, due to circumstances, if you can beam us off of here, that would be a good idea.
Unfortunately, Commander, we noticed that an energy, the shields have risen on the Wartoq, and we are unable to beam you out. We are trying to break through the shields. We'll try to get you out of there as soon as we can.
all right. Am I hearing this communication?
You are.
Okay. Menden, I recommend that we get inside the shuttle. And let's beam them to the shuttle from the shuttle.
Okay.
Because the shuttle should have transporter capabilities. That way we can at least get them out from behind the force field.
All right, so let's do this. We're gonna make this an extended task of 12 again.
Oh God.
You got three opportunities, and if it fails, you are unable to beam them out
Okay.
or beam everybody out into the shuttle. All right. So first things first. Starts off with a difficulty of 3, and this is going to be a presence and engineering. So 14 for you, Slaw.
Okay. I have a.
Go ahead and roll your 2d20s.
I have a 7
Mm-hmm.
and a 3.
Both are successful.
Sweet.
That's only 2 successes. So Minden, you're going to have to roll 1d20 to see if you can succeed here, because it's a difficulty of 3.
That's a 4.
All right, that is successful. All right, Slaw, go ahead and roll. Let's see, your engineering is 4. Roll your 4d6s and let me know what they are.
Okay. I got a 4. You said 4 of them?
Yeah,
Okay. So I got a 4,
which is nothing.
a 3,
Nothing.
another 4,
Oh no.
and a 6.
All right, so you got 1 of the 12, so you're down to 11. You have 2 more opportunities to get that down to a 0.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh my
Okay.
First, roll your d20s. This is a difficulty of 2 now.
Okay. I got a 3
Mm-hmm.
and a 9.
Both are successful. Now roll your 4d6s.
Or does Minden have to roll the third one?
No, because it was only a difficulty of 2.
Oh,
That
okay.
time.
All right.
Because it decreases every time you do it.
All right. You said 4 more?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 3 and a 5.
All right, so that's 3. All right, so you're down to an 8. So you have 1 more opportunity to get it down to 8.
Get it down to 8?
So, yeah, your challenge die has to get it down. It has to get 8.
Okay. So what I need to do? What do I need to do?
Roll your d20s.
Okay. I have an 8.
Mm-hmm. So that's successful. You're good to go.
Okay.
Now roll your d6s, your 4d6s.
Okay. Got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Is it nothing?
5
Mm-hmm.
and a 6.
All right. So unfortunately, when you're you're trying to beam, is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to beam.
I'm just trying to.
Masters and everybody?
I'm just trying to beam them to the shuttle, or to the.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was like you're unable to do so. The force field has blocked the transporter beam. You were unsuccessful. Your rolls were unsuccessful, so you can't beam them out.
So I don't get effects with my 6s.
Not for this, no.
Okay. I was set up to fail, Commander.
Yeah, you were kind of way off there.
We're heading in your direction.
All right. Minda, are you heading there as well?
Yes.
All right, so you're heading there, and you confront the EMH. He's kind of there, and he's got a holographic batleth with him.
Oh, well, guess what I have?
You have a batleth as well. All right, so just so you know, when you do close quarters combat, it sort of subtracts from. So when you're combating somebody else, they can roll against you. But if you use a phaser, that doesn't apply. But it is more difficult.
All right. As I'm walking towards the doctor and unsheathing my batleth in all gloriness, I mean, it looks epic. Like The Rock walking away from an explosion. That's how good it looks. I look over at Minden, and in a soft kind of tone, I say, "Take out your phaser and aim and shoot the emitter."
I take my dagger out.
Everyone's just taking other daggers.
We've got all these weapons. It's great.
All right, so who's going to act first? Is it going to be Minden? Are you going to
I'll
act
shoot.
first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Minden, this is a difficulty of 2 because it is a phaser fire. It's a difficulty of 2. So go ahead and roll your d20s.
15, 13.
I need to tell you what they are actually. So it's
Successes is what they are.
It's actually a fitness and security. So it's an 8. Ooh, Minden. Oh no.
Both fail.
Both miss.
Yep.
All right, so that is a miss. And because you missed, we're gonna transfer over to the doctor who's going to make an attack. But first, Masters, do you want to try to get out of your situation?
Yeah. Is Donker still just firing his phaser at?
He's just firing his phaser at the thing. We'll say that because Donker has been firing his phaser, it made it's less difficulty for you now. So just a difficulty of 1 for you to. We'll say it's going to be a presence and engineering. Presence and engineering. Difficulty 1.
First one's a 17.
Ooh, no.
Second is a 10.
All right, so you successfully disable the force.
All right.
All right, so
let go.
So the holographic doctor is going to attack Minden. Ooh, I get to roll now.
No.
All right, so he's got his d20s. He's got 2, 10, and 4. What is my stuff here? What is my? We're gonna say daring and security. Yep. So they're successful. And his strike is a 6. Ooh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, nope. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So he successfully strikes Minden with his batleth. And Minden, your current hit point, if you will, is let's see here, 6, 12. We'll just say your hit points are 11. I think everybody's are 11.
Mine's at
Okay.
13.
Okay, we'll go 13. 13, very good. So Minden, you lost 6 hit points.
Damn.
All right.
Fall over in your chair.
Now-
Just,
So we'll kind of go back to the good guys. Who wants to act right now?
I want to act. Oh, I so
You-
want to act right now. I'm
All right, you want to act?
my adrenaline is pumping. I would like to
Okay.
use my unarmed strike.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this to a 4 because you have the batleth.
Okay.
So first things you need to do is you need to roll your 2d20s to see if it's successful.
All right. Hang on. Let me get back.
And this is going to be a security. Oh, man, you are terrible at security.
I'm
and
horrible at
fitness,
security. Why has it got to be security?
because it's an attack.
No. Okay.
So it's a 10.
What? Security and what?
Security and fitness.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. 15.
Ooh.
That's not good. And a 5.
A 5. Because it is a and you're not shooting a phaser. It is a difficulty of 1. So now you're going to roll your 4d6s. 4d6s. Let me know what they are.
6.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Mm-hmm.
6. And 2.
All right, that was a pretty good hit. So you were able to strike the holographic doctor. You kind of nick the mobile emitter. The mobile emitter has sort of like a force field around it.
Yeah.
Well, you're able to nick it pretty good. and you're able to sort of bring it down.
I jump and I hit him like this, and I pose afterwards after I've successfully hit him, and I look back at Minden and I say, "Yeah, that's right, biatch."
All right. And there is an effect, and the effect is sort of like, so you sort of disrupt, because when you hit it, you sort of disrupted the emitters of the holographic display or whatever, and the doctor is unable to attack, so he loses a turn because of that effect. All right, so we can kind of go back to you now, Masters. You have made it to the scene. All right, so anybody can act at this point. Even Dakra can act.
Yeah, I will yell out to Slaw and Minden to duck because.
But first, you say, "Slaw, that was a badass move. That was awesome."
Because if we miss, I'm assuming the phaser is just going to go right through the doctor, right?
I'm already ducking in my awesome pose, so
all right,
I'm already there.
And then I'll say, "Hey, Dakra, fire your phaser at the band, at the thing keeping him here."
The emitter.
And Dakra has his attacks pretty high here. So first thing we need to roll to see if he succeeds. D20. There's two D20s here. 18 and 16. Oh no.
What?
16. One is a fail.
It's rigged. That's what it is.
All right. So we need. Do you want him to use some momentum? Because he did fail.
Can I assist?
How are you assisting with this?
Like, if you don't hit this guy, you're getting demoted.
Sure, go ahead and roll a d20.
Nice.
But this is going to be fitness and security.
That is an 11.
Or command.
That's successful. All right, so he does hit.
Command roll.
He makes contact with his phaser. Okay. So now he rolls his d6s, which he gets 8. Boom, boom, miss, miss, miss. Boom, 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 boom. All right. All right. So Dakra takes his phaser and he fires at the mobile emitter. There's like a little spark, and the Klingon doctor sort of like phases in and out. All right, so he sort of like loses power for a little bit, but he's still up. He's still up and about. All right, so it's his turn now. So he's pretty mad, and he's going after Minden again. He's pretty upset.
He doesn't like you. He's
So he's
cool.
gonna go after
He's
Minden.
cool that I hit him with the batleth. He's cool with it.
Yeah. So Minden, first things first. Let's see if he hits successfully. D20. Ooh, I don't know about this. What is my thing here? He's in a balance, so it's fitness. So it's daring security. So 14. Miss and hit. So he does successfully hit. And then his 6. All right. Miss, 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 miss. Boom, boom, 3. Okay. All right, so he hit 3 now, but since he's attacking with his batleth, you have a chance to roll against him. So your defense here, Minden, is going to be a 2. Go ahead and roll 2 d6s, and let me know what they are.
5 and a 6.
Boom and boom. All right, very good. So he only hit you one time. So you lost 1 hit point. Minden. Only one. All right. All right, it's your turn again. The good guy's turn again. What do you want to do?
I would like to stand up from my previous strike and come down on him again with a batleth.
You're going after her again with the batleth. All right, roll your 2d6s.
I'm very two si-
Okay, do
sixes
two-
or 20s?
20s.
20s? Okay. A 15 and a 6.
And this is going to be daring and security. So 12. One's a miss, one's a hit. That is successful. Go ahead and roll your 4d6s.
Okay. 4.
Let me know what they are.
Okay. A 4, a 2, a 1, and a 1.
So 4. All right. As Minden takes his batleth,
I'm
he
Slaw.
sort of swings it. What was that?
I'm Slaw.
Sorry, Slaw. Slaw takes his batleth, swings it down, makes contact with the mobile emitter, splits it in half.
Ooh.
It explodes,
Nice.
and the doctor is gone.
And I'll look up at Commander Masters and say, if we had just shot this damn thing to begin with, we wouldn't even be here. Sir.
It's almost as if some force outside of our reality did not want us to do that.
I'm telling you.
He would have found a way to avoid that.
Oh, that's good.
But anyways, all right, so you successfully destroyed the EMH. You find out through going through the logs more and more, or you getting this report from the Pike that the doctor that they suspected that the EMH, the Klingon EMH, was slowly killing members of the crew. Whether it was like the sort of like a virus in the program or whatever, something was going wrong, but he was basically killing members of the crew. But you killed the evil EMH.
He poisoned the food, guys. I know it.
And he poisoned the food, but no one ate the poison. Right?
Which is just crazy because Klingons eat all the time.
Yeah, but yeah, very good.
And can Minden take over the Wartoq and be the captain of the Klingon ship?
Are you trying to add to the to your fleet?
Sure.
I just want I just want the shuttle. That's all I want.
You want the shuttle?
I kind of want the shuttle. I want to strip it for parts.
All right, so we'll say this. All right, so Minden, you have a dagger on you now. So you took one of those daggers. So Minden, now you have your unarmed strike has been increased to a 4 rather than a 2 because you have that dagger.
Nice, dude. That's great.
Same thing with Slaw.
With my batleth.
You have that. You're wielding the batleth,
Leveling up,
and you do have that piece of technology that will help out with the shuttle. And you do have a Klingon bird of prey that's sort of in your control, but we can sort of come back to that next episode. We can kind of figure out what we're going to do with the Klingon bird of prey.
Should probably tow it back
episode.
to the Klingons. Just saying.
All right. Well, congratulations, everybody! You figured it out. The EMH was it was a rogue Klingon EMH that was killing members of the crew, and you discovered it. It almost went the wrong way from the very beginning. You almost discovered that it was the EMH from the very beginning. I wanted there to be a little bit of mystery. I wanted you to question whether there was the EMH or not, but you guys figured it out.
Well, to be fair, before I destroyed it, I didn't think it was an EMH. I just thought the entire med bay was a holographic projection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, no, it's what ended up happening was that when the Klingons were trying to replicate the EMH technology, something clearly went wrong with the program, and the EMH went rogue and just started killing everybody.
Nice.
But now you guys have Minden. You have a dagger. Acid, you have a battle lift.
So wait, do we level up any of our attributes or anything?
No, not yet. So that's pretty much. You did level up technically. You have your unarmed strike is now a 4 rather than a 2.
So now my phase pistol is at a 4. Can you update these?
Yeah,
Like and send them
I can do
out.
that.
Send them out again.
yeah, I can do that. So yeah, so basically the only change is that you guys have a close quarters weapon. All right. Master, do you want one of those too?
Nah.
He
No need.
he has Donkra as his close quarters weapon.
Yeah,
Sure.
it doesn't go with the character.
All right, we're very good. Excellent. Well, that is our episode for today. You can always check out all of our sci-fi or our Star Trek Adventures episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll say goodbye to the audience. Goodbye, everybody.
Recording stopped.
All right. Well, very good. All right, guys, that's it. I thought you